Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, welcome back. If you've not seen my channel before, welcome in. My name's Charlotte. I do some beauty content, I do some lifestyle content, some vlogging, some book stuff, a little bit of everything. And if you're a returning viewer, welcome back. It's so nice to have you. I mean, you've probably all guessed by the title, but welcome back to another product empties video. In these videos, I go through my product empties, I go through what I liked about them, if I liked them, and would I repurchase them. It's quite a simple format, and I just go a little bit more in depth into my thoughts on the product. I tend to do a little bit of housekeeping because these videos tend to be quite popular. So if you've not seen my channel before, this is just to give you like the lay of the land. It's been about 3 months since I did the last video, 4 nearly. I did the last one on January the 1st. We usually do these videos on about 3 or 4 months worth of product empties. I try to save them up. I don't like doing them super regularly, and it's more fun, I think, to have a longer video. Here are today's product empties in this basket. I am very aware that this is a lot of plastic for one person. There are some things in here like shower gel, mouthwash. I am a 2-person household. These things get shared, but usually are things that like I've wanted to try. In a world of like influencers and content creators pushing over consumption, I am doing my best to not make unnecessary beauty hoarding purchases. I tend to only do one thing at a time. A lot of what you'll be seeing in here is things that obviously I've gotten through Christmas. I'm still working through my Christmas stores. I haven't actually bought like anything new like shower gel in ages because I'm working through all my Christmas presents in my stores. And one thing I would encourage you all to do is to use a recycling program with these for hard to recycle items. I personally have been using the Boots Scan to Recycle app. Boots Scan to Recycle, they take hard to recycle items. You can scan them in, exchange them and drop them off at Boots stores for points. But recently someone actually suggested to me the Look Fantastic recycle program is a little bit better. With the Boots points, you have to use your voucher on a £10 plus spend, and you can't accumulate vouchers because they expire really quickly. I found they've expired like in a week, so I've missed out on a lot of them. But the Look Fantastic one, I need to look into it a little bit more. You can upload your items for recycling without making a purchase, and you can drop them off at your post office or send them back with a delivery driver, and you get like a £5 voucher. I saw someone basically who's been doing it for ages. You can make 4 deposits in a month, and she was like gonna buy herself a Tom Ford perfume or something. So I'm gonna look into that. I think that's a bit better value. But basically all I'm saying is recycle your stuff. John Lewis do a scheme as well if you have a John Lewis near you, but I don't. And also the other bit of housekeeping, I don't know if it's the case in this box actually having looked through it, but I always like to add a little disclaimer that as a content creator, it's often the case that I do receive beauty items and products for free. The way it works for me at least is when I accept products, these products are not sent to me in exchange for a review, let alone like a positive review. They are just sent to me in the hopes that I'll like them and organically feature them in my content, in which I would always disclose that I was gifted them. So if I do come across any products that have been gifted to me or sent to me as PR, I will always let you know as I'm reviewing the product, and that will never stop me giving you an honest opinion. Also, I amend my review style slightly on a gifted product because I can't say would I rebuy it when I received it for free. I would look up the price and say would I purchase this with my own money, yes or no. So yeah, that's just a little bit about me and a little bit about today's video. I always like to put those at the beginning because I think these kinds of videos gain a lot of new viewers, and I want you to know that I'm being completely honest with you. I would never let my relationship with a brand get in the way of whether I give you my honest view of a product. Yapping over, let's get started. There is a real good mix in here today of skincare, of hair care. It's mainly hair care if I'm completely honest. We've got some home fragrance. There's not a lot of makeup in here today. I don't go through makeup very quickly. I'm gonna start with the biggest piece of home fragrance because it's kind of getting in my way and I want to get rid of it. And it's this. Now, this is a candle I got at Christmas from Aldi. This is a scented candle, vanilla, cinnamon and amber, and it had 4 or 5 wicks in it. Now, Charlotte, this doesn't look finished, I hear you say. Basically, I messed with the candle. I flooded the wicks so you can see that there's no wicks. But for Christmas, I got a candle warmer. I've been putting this under the candle warmer like every single night and rotating it. So the wax all melts and then the scent releases. That's the premise of a candle warmer. So basically your candles last a lot longer. You don't have to burn them down. They're an additional light source, and the draw of them is that obviously you don't have to leave a candle burning. So it's like a safety thing as well. Mine has a timer so it switches off. So essentially, once your candles run out, all you're left with is the wax, and all of the essential oils and fragrance has burnt out of it. So this really doesn't smell like anything anymore. It literally just smells like wax. It does lower a little bit as the essential oils release. We bought this in Aldi on our Christmas food shop because we saw it in the middle aisle and it was like £10 and it was so nice, and it's such a nice like centerpiece for the coffee table. Cinnamon, vanilla and amber It is more vanilla and cinnamon than amber. It does smell like a Christmas cookie, but not like a super sweet way. I really liked this. I wish I had another. I wish I bought two, but I don't really need two. That would just be wasteful. And I think for the value, the scent was actually really good. I've heard really good things about Aldi candles. I think a lot of times if you buy like a supermarket candle, I've had it with Tesco ones before, or even like Primark candles, they're just shit. They don't actually smell like anything, but the scent of this was so strong, and obviously it's so big. It was really pretty when it had wicks. I was a bit annoyed that I messed with it. I just went digging. You know, when you just go digging, it's because it wasn't burning evenly because of the wick. So the candle wax was going up the side. So I put a little bit under the candle warmer, and then obviously the wax from the side went in and flooded the wicks, and then I couldn't get the wicks out. So I just carried on warming it. But it did last a lot longer. We've only really just run out of it. Like fragrance wise, I had it for a few hours burning and nothing was happening. And we rotate candles quite a lot, so it wasn't like a nose blind situ. But anyway, I've been talking way too long about this. Did I like this? Yes, very much so, and I absolutely would rebuy it. Let's go straight into hair. This is the L'Oreal Elvive's Dream Length Restoring Shampoo for long damaged hair. I really, really like the shampoo. I really like the whole Dream Lengths range. I just think it's really nice. It smells really good. I don't know how good it is for my hair, especially in terms of like growing my hair. It reinforces fragile lengths, but I really like the smell of it, and it makes a really nice lather. Yeah, it just soaps up real good. You don't need a lot of it, and for me, I think that's such a big thing because I have so much hair. I know it doesn't really look like it, but I do have really thick, really long hair, and it's quite high porosity, so it takes quite a long time to shampoo. So if I have to use like a quarter of a bottle of shampoo to get like a good lather, I get a bit annoyed. It's a bit frustrating, and this is always on offer. It leaves my hair feeling squeaky clean. I use it for my second shampoo because I shampoo twice. If you don't shampoo twice, I'd really recommend it, like first cleanse, second cleanse. This is the kind of shampoo that when I go to Boots and I don't know what I want, I reach for it. It's just like a good old faithful. Do I like this? Yes. Would I rebuy this? Yes. On to a sheet mask. This is the Simple Hydrating Sheet Mask. My skin is so dry at the moment. It's really bad. I've got like really strong dry patches here and here that really just cling and grab to everything. So I usually in the wintertime do these about once a month. I really like the Simple brand. They're sheet masks I've used for years. This is not usually the preference of the one I buy, but it's quite similar. I just try go for very simple, minimal active ingredients. This has hyaluronic acid in, but that's fine. I go for something very, very plain. I just do like a 20-minute blast with a sheet mask on a Sunday, just for like a little bit of extra hydration. You know, when you just feel like your skin just needs a bit of plumping. I usually go for the one in the plain packet, you know, the white packet, but this is all they had, and they're quite affordable. I think can be quite sensitive, especially when I'm dry, and I do just feel like I get a really nice boost after I use this. So yeah, even though this isn't my usual Simple range sheet mask, I did actually really like this and thought it was quite a good alternative. So yeah, I would rebuy it. More hair. This is the Bedhead TG Dirty Secret dry shampoo. I'm on a hunt for like the best dry shampoo, and I have a terrible feeling that it's going to be the Living Proof one, which is so expensive. And I try not to make a habit of buying dry shampoo, but I do need to use it like once or twice a week because my hair does get a bit greasy around my face. I have a really bad habit touching my hair loads. You probably noticed it in all my videos. I'm constantly like, this is like my day 7 hair today, so it's looking not so hot. Fun little thing I like to do is just go and try out a different dry shampoo. So I bought this. At first, I felt like I really liked it. I really used to like this brand. I know to some extent that all dry shampoo is going to leave residue in your hair. Like, what do you expect? This left so much residue and flakiness on my scalp, even when I slept in it, because the best way for me is to put dry shampoo on before I go to bed, and I do like a U shape around my parting, so it's not in my parting. I'm quite prone to some flakes. So I do it around and sleep in it. Good God, this made me look like I had some of the worst dandruff I've ever had in my life. Like, it was really, really noticeable. So I know that with dry shampoo, I am going to expect some flakiness and some residue that I can usually like pat out, or, you know, it's only 1 or 2 days, I'm going to use it. Then I tried to use this 2 days in a row, and it was even worse. I will say the can lasted quite a long time, considering that I had to use quite a lot of it to get like the desired effect that I was going for. It's not very white, which is quite nice, so it doesn't leave you too grey, but that's not something that usually bothers me because I just brush it out anyway. Flakes and residue aside, the finish of this was just very much okay. It wasn't like amazing, it was just very like mid. I had quite high hopes for this in the first couple of times I used it, and then it just wasn't doing what it needed to do. It's not very expensive. expensive, so I didn't really feel too upset about it that I'd wasted money. And I did use it to its end. I always try to use products to the end, even if I don't like them, unless they're literally like making me break out or giving me a rash or I'm allergic to them. But a bit of a letdown. The dry shampoos I've used so far, if anyone would like to recommend me, Batiste Volume Dry Shampoo is kind of like the top runner at the moment. I've used Chlorane. I didn't like Chlorane. That was in one of my empties videos. And I've used TG Bedhead. Lots of recommendations for Living Proof K18. I really want to try that, but it's £48. £48 for dry shampoo is insane. And the Boots own brand like coconut one. So any kind of backups for that, if you think those are good, put in your votes in the comments. For the TG Bedhead, did I like this? No. Would I rebuy this? No. This is something that often features in my videos. This is the Breath Company Fresh Breath Oral Rinse. I always find that sentence really hard to say. This is in America marked as TheraBreath, I think, but it's the Breath Company in the UK. This is always in my videos. This is mild mint flavour. This is the one that's specifically for bad breath. I am very self-conscious about like smelling bad and having bad breath in general. And I'm not gonna lie, I fucking love this. This is the first mouthwash I've ever used that I feel like doesn't give you that mouthwashy breath. And I don't mean the strong mint, but you know, sometimes when you have like a breath spray or a chewing gum, it just like covers the taste or like covers the issue. It doesn't like actually work to get rid of it. Because I always feel really self-conscious at work about like coffee breath, because I usually have a mid-morning coffee or a tea. And do you know what I mean when I say like hunger breath? Like, you know, your mouth actually like smells bad if you're hungry. Like that's a thing, right? But yeah, I just really, really like it. It is quite expensive. It's about £10, but I think it does last me a really long time. And yeah, it's mild mint flavour. The flavour's really nice, so it doesn't absolutely just like tear your tear ducts out when you're using it like a lot of them do. Yeah, I do really like this and I would rebuy it. Next up is the Dove Winter Care Limited Edition Deodorant Spray. So I don't use this as my primary deodorant. I use a stick deodorant because spray just doesn't work for me, but I really like the Winter Care scent range and they always have it in savers. So I thought, you know, I like this scent, I like this fragrance, I'll get it and try it. I usually always have a spray deodorant like on my dressing table, just as like a top up, something to chuck in my bag, you know, like an extra layer. I'm quite a sweaty person, so I really liked the fragrance of this. And although I'm using it as a second deodorant, I didn't feel like it had a very strong or good antiperspirant quality. I feel like it is quite common that a lot of deodorant scents will vary in effectiveness. So like not all scents are created equally in terms of like sweating protection. It was nice. I just don't think it like really did much for me. If anything, I feel like some deodorants make you smell more, you know, and it's like covering up the smell. I just didn't really like this at all. I didn't think it was a very good antiperspirant. I think there's other scents in the Dove range which do better, but I just don't think Dove is a very good deodorant overall. So I did actually like this, but I'm not going to rebuy it and I wouldn't rebuy it again. I want to try the Dove Vanilla that they've got in savers at the moment, but again, I feel like it's probably not going to be very good. I just like the scent of it. Would it be a Charlotte Michelle video without some Dettol antibacterial soap in the mix? This is always in my videos. I do not need to do a long introduction on this. I love the smell so much. This is a Dettol bar soap that's antibacterial, that's suitable for your skin. It is literally supposed to be like a body care product. I get these from Savers. They sell them in Boots. They're usually quite cheap. In the shower, in the bath, I tend to use a bar soap and like a shower gel body cleanser, just because I feel like this gets me clean. This is quite a strong smell. It's quite obviously like chemically because it's an antibacterial soap, so it can be quite stripping. In the winter, I get really dry skin, so I don't use this every day. I use this like every other. It depends what I've been doing. If I've been going to the gym, I always use this. If I've been working out. That being said, I absolutely fucking love this product. I never don't have this now in. My mum would give me Dettol baths when I was younger, and a lot of people just think Dettol is just cleaning products. Like, I think it's a cultural thing. Lots of people have never heard of it. Dettol do a bath product as well. I know a lot of people feel the same way about this. So yeah, I love this. I would always repurchase it. This is the Winter Solstice candle from Sostrine Green. I know it's not pronounced Sostrine Green. It's pronounced like Sostrena Grene or something. It's like a Scandi homeware shop that is quite similar to Tiger or Miniso, but it's like Scandi version. It's just opened in Brighton this year, just in time for Christmas. And it was mine and Doug's first Christmas in our new flat, like together, living alone together. So we went in there and we went a bit nuts. A very festive one. It's apple, vanilla, amber and anise. And it's very strong in the apple, and I really, really liked this candle. I wish I bought a bigger iteration of it. I did use it under the candle warmer when it ran out. Such a lovely festive scent, but it's festive in a way that's not too much. And again, the scent on this was really, really strong. I was really impressed. Some candles just don't throw very well, and I felt like the scent projection was really good. And it was quite cheap. I think it was £3 or £4. So yeah, I do really like this. I would rebuy it. I hope they bring it back next year so I can rebuy it. I actually have quite a lot of hair products in here, so I'm going to blast through a few of them in a row. This is the Aveeno conditioner. This is the rose water and chamomile blend. This is for smoothing frizzy and flyaway hair. Clinically proven to soothe a dry, itchy and flaky scalp. Yeah, that's me. I didn't realise Aveeno had a hair range, and if you know me, I really, really like Aveeno products. So when I saw this in Boots, I thought, yeah, let me try it out. It was on offer, like an introductory offer. I'm always trying out new shampoos and conditioners. I'm not particularly wed to like one shampoo and conditioner. I really like the K18 range. I would be wed to that if my bank balance allowed me to be wed to that. But I do like to alternate between higher price points and lower price points. And yeah, I do have frizzy and flyaway hair. I quite liked this. It was really good. I thought it was very smoothing, and it did really help with the frizz. And I liked the texture of it. I'm not gonna lie, I don't really like rose smells at all. It's just not for me. And it does have that floral rose scent, which put me off it a bit, but I will say it's not too strong and it doesn't smell too artificial. I really liked this product. I thought it was a really nice conditioner, but honestly, I think I would probably not buy it again purely for the fact that I don't like the rose. But that's a personal preference. Let that not speak to the actual quality of the product. So yeah, I do like this, but I wouldn't rebuy it purely based on the scent. This is the Garnier Ultimate Blends Honey Treasures Reconstructing Conditioner. This used to be like my go-to, along with the brown one. I featured it in my previous videos. It's like a cocoa blend one. I think maybe they've reformulated it, or just like my hair needs have changed. My hair isn't as damaged as it used to be, and I just don't really like this anymore. I think on first apply and for day one, it feels really, really good, but this led to like a massive build-up with regular use on my hair, and my hair was getting incredibly greasy within 2 days, which is not really like me. And I think it was just like a combination of, this is probably too heavy for my hair now because it is for long damaged hair. It's probably too rich, especially the cocoa butter one, and this is like obviously a honey one, and that maybe that there was just a buildup of like silicones and stuff like that and products. I'm not usually like an anti-dimethicone, anti-silicones, anti-sulfates person, because I think like they always make my hair look really good. But even with a detoxing shampoo, it just was not doing what it needed to do. And I didn't really realise for quite a long time that this was the problem until I changed conditioner, because this was 2 for £6. So I bought this one in the brown one. So I've been using them for like months. And actually when I switched to a slightly lighter conditioner, still with a smoothing element, I realised, oh, I think my conditioner was the problem. I just think this is too heavy for my hair. It did used to be my holy grail. We loved her, but alas, hairs change, needs change, products change. I'm kind of off like nearly all Garnier Ultimate Blends products, especially since they reformulated their banana hair food. But I didn't like this, and I wouldn't rebuy it. I said there wasn't much makeup in here, but there kind of is a little bit. So let's do some makeup. The NARS Pure Radiant Tinted Moisturiser in the shade Mykonos Medium Zero. It feels like a rarity that a face makeup comes into these videos because they just last so long. I wear primarily skin tints and I only have one at a time. I do not have multiple foundations. It's just not really something I do. I do have an It Cosmetics one, but that's like my heavy foundation, and then I have my daily foundation. That's the most foundations and skin tints I'll ever have is 2. I was really surprised at this. So let me give you some context. I was a religious Fenty Eavesdrops person. I love that product. It's a very full coverage skin tint, and I switched to this. It felt very, very sheer, but I've since learned that the Fenty one is kind of a much heavier coverage than usual. Shade match, stunning. Mykonos is perfect for me. I really liked this by the end of the bottle. I think it was just getting used to a new coverage. This is really nice and light. It's really buildable. What I like about it is it's so sheer that you can wear it by itself and it doesn't look like too flat. My Fenty one I had to wear with other products because even though I could mix it with moisturiser to sheer it out, when you put it on, it just looked like I had a layer of like all one colour. Often what I would do with this is just like blend it into this area and then blend it out, and then I could just put a bronzer like around the perimeter of my face. It just was like a perfect skin finish. I do think this is worth the money. It lasted me a really fucking long time, over a year. easily over a year. I really, really like this and I would absolutely categorically rebuy it. Let me tell you why I didn't. Because skin tint is a rarity that I finish it and run out of it, I use every single opportunity that I run out to try a new product. So this only ran out a couple of weeks ago, and after this I bought the Milk Hydro Grip gel skin tint, you know, the new release. That's featured more recently in my everyday makeup video. I've returned it. I didn't like it. Space NK do exchanges. If you've used it like once, if it's lightly used, they'll exchange it. Fucking hated it. I should have known because I don't like the Hydro Grip primer. The finish of it was beautiful. Sorry, I've gone off piste. The finish of it was beautiful when you first put it on. Really beautiful texture. Perfect shade match. I got shade number 7 in that one. Really nice, like bouncy, plump looking skin. Just wore so badly with my other products. So I got another product. I've exchanged it for the Chantecaille Just Skin Tint. I've got it literally in front of me. There was 20% off as well when I was exchanging. So it kind of felt like free. I'm not very familiar with NARS apart from their lip products. So yeah, what's your holy grail NARS product? Let me know. This is the Dove body wash. Yeah, body wash. Winter Care limited edition. I got this at Christmas. I got this myself from Savers. I absolutely love this product. This has been in my empties before. It's like a winter floral scent. It's like a creamy winter scent. There's not much to report back about this. It's a Dove body wash. Like, it's really good. I just like it. They're quite creamy. I feel like they're quite hydrating. Like I said, I use this in conjunction with my Dettol soap and I use this afterwards. I just really like them. I feel like Dove is a good go-to. I don't really think the scent lasts that much, but this is like a nice, cheap body wash to have. So yeah, I do like this and I would rebuy it. This is the Revitalizing Eye Mask Cree by Dr. AJ Sternum. This was gifted to me. The SOS Revitalizing Eye Mask, sorry, it's because I've torn off the top. This was gifted to me in a box of beauty favorites by Carolyn Hirons, who owns Skin Rock. She's like the skincare queen. She sent out a PR box of kind of all her favorite products from other brands, which I thought was kind of neat because a lot of brands won't talk about brands that aren't their own, especially if they're in the same industry. So yeah, I received a personalized box of Carolyn's favorite skincare favorites, and obviously she has like quite expensive taste, as she should. Yeah, she's a skincare mogul. So I'm gonna just look up how much this is quickly so I can tell you whether I'd rebuy it. So it's like a 3-part eye mask. You take off layer 1, you take off layer 3. There's like a covering on each side, and then it's like a little sheet mask that you just put across your eye area. I got a big stack of these and I gave a couple to friends. I really like them texturally. Like, the serum that's on them is really nice and smoothing and it feels very refreshing. And I quite like that it's not a traditional eye patch. It's like a little, looks like a superhero mask. I do find you have to cut them to get them to fit the contours of your face, but that's fine. This has caffeine in it, which I love in an eye product to get rid of that puffing effect that I get. Got it today because I had some drinks last night. It's got niacinamide, it's got hyaluronic acid, love all those. I like ceramides, they're nice and juicy for your skin. And then it's got rose water in it, which is conditioning. I don't like rose products, and this was very strongly rose scented. You know, it's one of those things, it's not enough for me to like not use a product. If I see something is rose scented, I won't pick it up. So it felt very premium. It felt like a very luxurious product. I did like the product. I haven't looked up how much it is, but I know straight off the bat that I wouldn't purchase this with my own money. So let's look up this Dr. AJ Sternum. I have no doubt that this is probably going to be really expensive for what it is. It's more expensive than I thought it was going to be. It is £20 for one sheet mask. I am incredibly lucky that I am in a position where I can get gifted this kind of stuff, and I'm so incredibly grateful for it. I got sent a pack of 6 of them and I gave some of them away, and 6 of them is £105. I do think that is just too much, but hey, if you've got the funds for it, who am I to tell you what to do with your own money? I love that for you. I do like this. It's a good product. I think the only way an eye mask would be worth £20 for me is if it gave me an upper blef. I don't even need an upper blef, but if it gave me an upper and a lower blef, then I might pay £20 for an eye mask. The Refi Glow and Sculpt Face Primer, you know, this is like the viral one that has this like roller ball on the end. It's like a serum hydrating primer. I got this for Christmas in 2023 and it lasted me till Christmas 2024. I've said it before, I'm not really like a big primer girl. I don't see the point in a lot of primers. I don't know, I just don't need that kind of longevity for my makeup. I think a primer for me is a nice to have. It's not an essential. The only primer I've ever truly loved is the Bobbi Brown Enriched Vitamin Face Base. Anyway, I'm not here to talk about the Bobbi Brown one. I'm here to talk about the Refy one. I really like the like rollable component of it. It feels quite like gimmicky. It's quite nice. Refy products are usually known for their interesting product design and like their interesting component. I do feel that this is potentially a little bit impractical because it doesn't roll everywhere you need well. Does that make sense? So like the areas that you probably need primer are like around your nose, and it doesn't fit very well on the contours of my face. I would have to whack a load on and then rub it in anyway. So I don't know how revolutionary this component is. It did just feel kind of like a hydrating serum in a primer bottle. I don't really think it made a huge amount of difference to my makeup. I don't think it made me any glowier like it claims, and I don't really think there was a sculpting element to the rollable of it, really. This is one of those products that I didn't not like. It was nice. It was like a nice addition to my makeup. It's good to have a primer, but I didn't really feel its absence when I ran out of it. So it's very much just okay to me. Do I like this? Yes, but in the sense that like it's okay. I don't really have much to say about it. I didn't not like it, but I wouldn't scream from the rooftops about it. So because of that, I wouldn't rebuy it with my own money. This was a Christmas gift from family. It wasn't like a PR purchase. Revolution Conceal and Define Concealer. This is the shade C10, perfect shade for me. This was the dregs in my makeup bag that I haven't actually used this in months, but I recently reused it and finished it. I love this concealer. This concealer is my dog. I've used this for like years. I get the most compliments of my life when I just wear this concealer. Instead of wearing like a skin tint or a foundation, I just buff it out all over my face. And so many people ask me what I'm wearing. This is just a really nice formula. It's really creamy. It's a very natural color on me. I do think it creases under my eyes quite a lot, but everything creases on my under eye, so there's that. I know you can buy like an XL version. It's never in stock. I can never find it. When you don't know what you want to wear on your face, this is so good. It's just a good color match, and I've been recently mixing it with a little bit of moisturizer just to sheer it out a bit more. Love her. I would rebuy her. This is the Wild natural deodorant refill. This is the scent Amber and Oud. Every time I mention Wild, everyone's always like so passionate about it because I know some people really hate Wild. I totally get it. Product aside, I like the refill system. I think it's good. I like the scents they offer. I do really like their deodorant and it really works well for me. A lot of people have recommended Fussy. I need to do some research on whether Fussy refills fit in Wild cases. I never had any adjustment period. I do find some scents are better than others. I do really like the Amber and Oud one, although it's not my favorite scent. This would probably be like my second favorite. I like the coconut and vanilla, and I feel like the coconut and the vanilla works best in terms of effectiveness as well for me. This is a close second. I think a lot of people have very different experiences with Wild, but I feel like deodorants are such a personal thing. So I do like this, the Amber and Oud specifically, and I would rebuy it. So this is the Ordinary Squalane Cleanser. I really like this. This has taken top spot for my favorite cleanser. Sometimes I have to buy a mini, which is not ideal because the big one's sold out. It's really popular. I have reviewed this before. I really like the texture. I really like the way it makes my skin feel and the way it breaks my makeup down. It does take a little while to work into like a slip, you know, when it just like gives and then it's very slick, and you do have to emulsify it. So once you've put it on your face, add some water once you've broken down your makeup, and then until you get that like white creamy liquid on your face, and then you can wash it off. Yeah, I've used this for a good couple of years now. I don't really love the packaging, so you do have to cut them open to get like the excess out, but this is just very atypical of Ordinary packaging. Do I like this? Yes. Would I rebuy it? Always. Imperial Leather Relaxing Bath Soak in Lavender. I love a bath, although I haven't been able to have a bath in ages because I've got new tattoos and you're supposed to wait like quite a while. Yeah, I just buy this on my food shop, just a cheap bubble bath. It's nice to have. Lavender and Wild Iris. I like a lavender bath before bed, and I do usually put like lavender or just plain Epsom salts in it. I honestly like don't really have much to say about this because it's like cheap, it does the job, it's bog standard. Yeah, I like it. I would rebuy it. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. Is it the best bath soak I've ever used in the world? No, but it's cheap enough that I can put like a quarter of a bottle in and not feel bad afterwards. Let's talk eyebrow pencils because I have a couple here. I bought the e.l.f. Ultra Precise brow pencil. I don't know what shade this is, but it would have been the darkest brown because that's the only colour I ever buy, the darkest brown that's not black. I bought this because my favourite eyebrow pencil was out of stock for ages. I didn't like this and unfortunately I didn't finish it. I tried to find another use for it, for like my freckles, my eyeliner. It is just way too light brown for my brows. It was a bit more expensive, I think, than my usual one as well. I'm going to show you my usual colour eyebrow on my hand to compare. I wasn't pressing record, but this is the comparison of my eyebrow pencil that I use every day versus the e.l.f. one. This is the darkest brown that's not black, and this is the darkest brown that's not black. So you can tell it's obviously a lot more cooler toned. I do think you can still tell there's a bit of a colour difference between my natural eyebrow and these lines I was just demonstrating. The Revolution one is much creamier than the e.l.f. one. So the e.l.f. one was kind of dry and I had to press quite hard on my skin to get any kind of purchase, whereas the Revolution one is quite creamy. It does run out quite quickly, but that's fine because I use it every single day. I'm not mad at it. Summarise, the e.l.f. Ultra Precise Brow Pencil, I didn't like it and I wouldn't rebuy it. But the Revolution Microfine Brow Pencil, I do really like this and I would always rebuy it. We are getting there, believe it or not, slowly but surely. And then we have our Dry Shampoo Original by Batiste. This is the original Classic Fresh, refreshes hair without drying out. This is not my preferred Batiste dry shampoo. Like I said earlier, I like the volume one. It comes in a brown can, but this is good. You know, I feel like it's quite minimal on the residue. I mean, all dry shampoo is going to leave you with a residue, but for me, I've just really struggled to find anything that beats Batiste. So for that reason, I'm going to say, yes, I do like it. Yes, I would repurchase it, but only if my favourite one wasn't available. OGX Apple Cider Vinegar Clarify and Shine Shampoo. OGX is a real throwback for me because I used to buy this all the time when I was younger and it felt like, I mean, it is really expensive for a drugstore shampoo, but it felt very expensive and it felt very premium, but now it's always on offer and I still really like it. And I saw that they did a Clarify and Shine one, and if you've been on my channel for a while, you know I love like a clarifying shampoo for my first shampoo, just because I go quite long stretches without washing my hair. I tend to use a lot of dry shampoo. I use a lot of products for doing slick back. So I love a nice cleansing, clarifying shampoo for my first shampoo to just get all the junk out my hair. And apple cider vinegar as a clarifying ingredient is really like strong and powerful. And yeah, I really liked this. If anyone used to use the Alberto Balsam Apple Green shampoo, you know, the one that's like £1, this smells exactly the same. So I really like the smell. I love a shampoo with a really strong scent. It's very like juicy, artificial green apple smelling. And yeah, I really liked this. It's a really nice foam. It really got my hair feeling super, super clean. I just felt like it lasted a long time and it was on offer. It's cleansing and it's clarifying, but it's not stripping. It didn't make my hair feel very dry, which is really nice. So yeah, I do really like this and I would repurchase this. I think this will become one of the standing shampoos that's in my rotation if I don't know what to get. Right, on to skincare. These are two products that are the same but different, and these are the Beauty of Joseon serums. I'm going to review them kind of together. One of them is the Glow Serum, which is propolis and niacinamide, and then this one is the Revive Serum, which is ginseng and snail mucin. Propolis and niacinamide is to help control sebum secretion and keeps the skin moist, and then the snail mucin one is to help restore skin and improve wrinkles. I usually am a die-hard Aveeno triple oat serum girl, and it was always sold out, so I decided to try something new. I'd seen loads of good stuff about Beauty of Joseon, and I saw this propolis and niacinamide serum was really, really popular, so I bought it. It was on offer. It's usually about £15, but you can get it from anywhere between 10 to 13. May I just say, I think I have new favourite serums. This knocked Aveeno out the water, unfortunately. The story behind having a slightly different one was this was the one that I bought first. I really love niacinamide in a product. It really just helps my skin keep clear, and the packaging for these is very, very similar, and the box for these is very, very similar. I mistakenly bought this one when I went to re-up on this one. So I bought the ginseng and snail mucin. And it turns out I like this one almost as much as I like this one, and I'll just buy either of which is in stock. I really, really like these serums. They made my skin feel so like plump and hydrated and glowy. And I was really struggling with dryness. I mentioned those dry patches on my face earlier, and they were just like gone in days with these. These were just so lovely in texture. They spread really nicely and they absorb quite quickly into the skin. So surprise, surprise, I bought these and then I went back to buy another one once I'd run out, and both of these had sold out and my Aveeno was in stock. So I've been using Aveeno the last 2 weeks, and yeah, these knock it clear out the water. The Aveeno is really nice. It's still really good. It's a lot thinner than these. It's a very different texture. And I think if you prefer a thinner, a quicker absorbing serum for layering quickly with other products, great. I think that for me and how dry my skin is at the moment is not occlusive, is not hydrating enough. I felt a noticeable difference in my skin since I stopped using these, and especially in like the glowiness and like how even and like the clarity of my skin look. These were like almost instant improvement. Since I stopped using this and started using the Aveeno again, I got those dry patches back, and I haven't made any other changes to my skincare routine. I never thought I'd see the day where an Aveeno product was knocked out of top spot. Do I like these? Yes, so much. And would I rebuy them? I would rebuy both of them. Last but not least, we have one more home fragrance item, and this is the Christmas tree candle from So Stream Green, that store that I mentioned earlier. This was in my stocking for Christmas. I don't usually like Christmas tree scent, piney scents, but this smells so good. It's a really nice, non-invasive pine scent. You know, some pine scents are so strong, like so strong. I'm thinking of like the Yankee Candle pine scent is like straight up your nose. This is a nice soft and sweet pine scent. But again, So Stream Green candles, I'm really impressed. They carry scent really well, they throw scent really well. I got so many compliments on this at Christmas when I was burning it in my house. Probably gonna get this one next year as well. This was a Christmas present in my stocking, like I said, but I would definitely go back for this. Like it so much. Anyway, that was everything. How many products did we have today? Let me do a quick count up. We had about 26 to 30 products in here today. If you've stuck around and made it to the end, thank you so much for watching. Like I said, I do these videos once every 3 to 4 months, and I'm not buying a lot at the moment, which is great because I'm working through Christmas stores because I get so much body care and beauty and stuff for Christmas. So it's really great. We're using what we've got. Make sure you use what you've got before you buy something new. That's my biggest takeaway from this video. That's what I do now as an ex-beauty hoarder. Had some problems with that. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked today's video, it would really mean a lot to me if you left a little comment or dropped a like on it. If you like my channel overall, maybe subscribe. And I do have a TikTok and an Instagram. I'm quite active on both, but I post different content on both. So all of my social links are in the description box. If you've got any questions for further details about these products or even product recommendations that you want to make me, please let me know in the comments. I love to see as well where we agree and disagree, because it's so interesting that different products do different stuff for so many people. So if you politely disagree, let me know what you think. And yeah, I will see you on the next video. For those of you that are new here, my upload schedule is every Sunday and every other Wednesday. I always link my new videos on my Instagram page as well, so you can tell when I've uploaded. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you on the next video and have a lovely rest of your day.